Hey everybody, welcome back to Backlog Banter. Today I am wearing a Pikachu hat and holding my wait, no. I don't like the fire extinguisher being in the background. But Tucker, that was part of the intro because we keep it fucking low key and casual here in Backlog Banter. And here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. This was an impromptu session because I call one Tucker Hazel on the telephone. I'm like, hey, listen to this fucking thing I just saw on Twitter. My fucking microphone's on the shift key. So I call him on the fucking phone and I'm like, hey, and he's like, shut the fuck up, get in a Zoom call. So
Yeah,
here we
and
are.
so here we are. Here we are.
It relates to the fact that I'm wearing a Pikachu hat. Game.co.uk, which is the UK equivalent of GameStop, very reputable, one of the biggest vendors of video games over in the fucking Europes and things of that nature, posted this.
Oh Christ! All right. So he told me the name of this, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And since then, I don't know anything about it except for the fact that I got excited, and then he said I wouldn't be excited, and I don't know if that means I should be excited or not. So we're gonna find out fucking right now.
Pokemon Master Collection, temp box art, just white box art with the Pokemon logo and Master Collection underneath it.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was the only information,
No,
and I was about to fucking strangle you.
No. Format, Nintendo Switch.
Makes sense.
Relive memories or discover new ones with the Pokemon Master Collection. This masterful collection includes 3 classics, Pokemon Red version, Pokemon Gold version, and Pokemon Ruby version.
Okay.
All titles have been updated to include online support and are compatible with Pokemon Home. Discover or rediscover the origins of the global phenomenon in Pokemon Red version. Start out in the iconic Pallet Town, pick your starter, and head off on an adventure across the Kanto region. Uncover the mysteries of the Johto region in Pokemon Gold version. Experience the follow-up to the much-beloved classic with 100 new Pokemon to find and catch. Surf, climb, and fly around the Hoenn region in Pokemon Ruby. Put a stop to the evil Team Magma, build your secret base, and invite friends with added online support in this Game Boy Classic. Pre-order information, nothing there. Pre-order price, €49.99.
Okay. Was that 60?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't deal in funny money.
So. Okay. Well, I am interested. I wouldn't say it's hype, but it's definitely very cool.
I am not convinced about a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm not convinced this is real, but this is a lot of information for something that's fake. See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
That's the interesting dichotomy here, because you might see like a listing pop up, but this has like temp box art. It has a full description. It has a pre-order button. You know, it seems like an announcement. You know, maybe this is something that gets announced this week. I don't know.
But you think it's fake?
I'm not sure, and the reason I'm not sure is because the games included don't make sense. Why wouldn't you do Crystal and Emerald if you're only going to put one version? See what I mean?
Yellow, Crystal, Emerald.
Right, Yellow, Crystal, Emerald. Or, well, I mean, Yellow is also kind of a different experience, so I could see the argument for putting Red with Charizard on the fucking box. Like, I can see that.
Sure, yeah.
I can't see Gold, and I can't see Ruby, because those are both objectively inferior versions to Crystal and to Emerald. And if you're just releasing one,
why not?
Is it possible that there's a second listing for a Pokemon Master Collection, other colors with fucking blue, sapphire, and silver, sapphire?
Yeah. That's also possible. Although I would say that likely, if this is real and they do want to do this, that there would be that, but it wouldn't be called 2. It would just also be called Pokemon Master Collection, and you just get to choose which set of 3 you want.
What gives me hope that this might be real is that I posted about this on Twitter a little while ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense that fucking money-grubbing, hungry Game Freak hasn't put these games on Switch.
Yeah, especially the first 3 gens.
Especially the first 3 gens, which would require...
4 and 5 would have to be... 4 through 7 would have to be completely reworked.
4, well, yes, to an extent. I mean, people emulate them on computer and don't have to use a touchscreen. So clearly there are ways to do it, but generations 1 to 3 would be so easy for Game Freak to just get on Switch. So from that perspective, I think it's fairly likely. And then you compound that with the fact that there is no mainline Pokemon game this year,
Yeah. Our
and
DLC was just the Pokemon content that we're getting this year.
you got the DLC and you had the complete editions, but those complete editions aren't going to pick up Pokemon collectors, because there's no sense, you don't get anything from that you wouldn't get, my ears folded backwards, that you wouldn't get by having the game and the DLC separately. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
no incentive to then also buy the complete edition.
Yes. Yes.
And Game Freak, a bunch of money grubbing, hungry motherfuckers over there, they're going to want
Yeah.
to sell you Pokemon content on Switch this year,
Mm-hmm.
especially with those fucking financials through the roof as they have been,
Yeah.
especially with the success of 3D All Stars. They're looking at these things, right? I wouldn't be surprised if either tomorrow or Thursday
Yeah.
we get an announcement that's like, hey, coming December X,
Sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we're getting the master collection. How does all of the fucking information? I'm glad I've got no roommates around, so I can be loud.
Yeah.
With less
Yeah.
sound. How do you fucking feel about the things I'm saying to you?
In what regard? Which aspect
Does
of it?
it make sense? Does it
No,
clear
of
the
course.
fucking brain checks you have?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, everything you're saying is completely reasonable.
Sure.
I am thinking about this more in lines of how, since you mentioned it, 3D All Stars,
Yeah.
and I'm tentatively excited because having these games I like that on my Switch, I think it'll be exciting. But I'm worried that this is going to just be another low effort port collection with no extra content. Like Master Collection is such a big name. 3D All Stars was also a big name. But if this is just the ROMs of Red, Gold, and Ruby put onto a Switch cartridge, which by the way, those games are fucking tiny, so it would not take up much space on that without much extra content. Like I'm really hoping if this is real that it's those three games, fine. And if there's another version with the other ones, regardless, that it has something surrounding it that makes it more feel like a celebratory collection, because that would get me excited. Playing these games again, I already own all of them,
Right.
some of them multiple times. Replaying them is going to be fun because I'll probably end up getting this regardless if it's real. But I'm really hoping that this is more celebratory. I'm just cautious because of how unfortunate 3D All Stars ended up being.
Yeah, it's there's a lot that gives me pause about this. That price tag, assuming that's real, gives me a lot of pause because you
Mm-hmm.
have to contextualize it with they say that there's going to be added online support, there's going to be home support, but Red and Blue and Crystal and I think Gold and Silver, all of those games are on 3DS's eShop and they
Yeah.
have home support, and
Oh,
those are
do they? Oh,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah, yeah.
and those are $10 each.
Mm-hmm.
So where is that added price? Is that added price purely because it's on Switch now, so they can charge it and they
Possibly.
know that people will buy it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think so.
Yeah.
Um, because when I'm thinking, what can you really do? You're not going to remake those games from the ground up. You're
No,
just not going to do that.
not necessary.
So you have to wonder what else could you do? I mean, you could
Well, they already
have
did remake one of them from the ground up.
correct, but I mean, like, you're not gonna fucking give them a new. You're not gonna bring Gen 1 and Gen 2 into a new pixel art style. You're not gonna
Yeah.
fucking.
That'd be fucking cool though.
That would be cool. But what I think what we could see is different because those games are in 4x3. I mean,
Yeah.
you can stretch Gen 3, I believe. It looks kind of wacky, but the first two games you gotta have in that fucking square ratio.
Yes.
So you can have some fun borders, like you have the borders, if you played them through your Game Boy Player, with your Pokemon Stadium. There's possibilities for that. I could see them having maybe some high quality scans of artwork or things like that,
Yeah.
or just the soundtracks. There's stuff they could do. It's just a question of if that's a compelling package. And
Yeah.
then you have to follow that up with, is it even a
Does it
question
matter?
because it's Red,
Yeah.
Gold,
Nostalgia sort of takes over the possibility of extra content because people are gonna buy this regardless. New Pokemon content, replaying those old games, because there are a lot of people who those are the Pokemon games that they played, and now that they are on a console that they have access to, and they don't want to get into Sword and Shield because they heard about the controversy and they could replay those classic adventures. This is gonna be sell fucking gangbusters, and the both of us are gonna buy it regardless.
Oh, of course.
But I'm just. Yeah, I mean, you talking about all the stuff that they could add. I'm hopeful, but tentatively. I just Pokemon Company has not really had that Pokemon celebration in game format before. We've seen collections for Mario, for Kirby, for plenty of other series, but Pokemon never really got that treatment. And honestly, I just thought that was because Pokemon is more of a series that grows in terms of you can pretty much always access the old creatures. There's incentives to go back to the other ones, but they're all on different hardware. I don't know. But we've gotten plenty of Pokemon celebration outside of that. There's been events, there's been orchestras, there's been all sorts of stuff. Pokemon has a history that people love to celebrate, you and me included. I just really hope that this master collection does the series justice and feels like a celebration. It's not on any sort of anniversary, which
Yeah.
obviously didn't mean much for 30 All Stars, but who knows? This is pretty big news though.
The biggest thing that excites me about it is just the fact that it would be on Switch.
Yeah.
Because I love my 3DS, but the form factor of the Switch, the Vita, that longer device is always more comfortable to me.
Mhm.
Having those games in HD, being able to play them up on my TV.
Yeah.
I can't fucking afford a Game Boy player for my GameCube. Those things are expensive, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And having those in HD on Switch is a tantalizing prospect. And I think it would be a nice make good for fans who are burnt. But I don't think that there's a way that this doesn't feel lazy.
Yeah.
If it comes
Unfortunately, yeah.
So I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we wake up in a couple days and have this announced.
Yeah.
I don't know
Small
if I have
Pokemon
much.
Direct, maybe.
We could easily get a Pokemon Presents on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey, here's fucking Pokemon Master Collection. It's coming out in a matter of weeks. I don't think it would be this month because they have the complete editions coming out, except being a next month thing.
And then there are other things they can talk about. Detective Pikachu 2, it fucking hopefully exists somewhere in the ether. There are plenty of other Pokemon spin-offs and ports. Yeah, exactly. And then a release date announcement for that. I do think that it's possible that we see a small Pokemon Direct based around this kind of stuff. But this is not as hyped as I want it to be because I heard Pokemon Master Collection, and I'm glad you sort of toned me down a little bit, even though I was upset at that in the moment. But we'll see. I mean, both you and I are very big Pokemon fans. We'll be following this news as closely as we can. I mean, we hopped on Zoom in under 5 minutes based on a rumor, and this video is going to go up as soon as possible.
Yeah, be up. So yeah, I don't really know if I have much more to add. Thinking about personally in that collection, I want to go back to Gen 3.
Same, yeah.
And I want to go back to I especially want to go back to Gen 2 because you've been talking some game about Gen 2. And I think that if this collection is real, we should play through that and discuss it.
You can do
the great Johto debate.
Yeah.
Because that is the one gen I've never actually finished in any form.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be curious to make it all the way through myself. But Gen 3, I really have been wanting to go back to. I don't know, I think about breaking out my fucking Sapphire cartridge back there, but this would be a better way to do it.
True.
So we'll see. And Gen 1 is...
don't need to replay that, to be honest.
I like doing the glitch to get Mew, and that's about it.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for joining us, guys. This is a quick video, our thoughts on the possible Pokemon Master Collection. Tell us what you think. Let's see if this is real. I'm interested. I haven't been on Twitter since you told me this because I've just been busy getting this set up. I'm interested to see what other people are saying, but hopefully we get our video out and people watch it. So we'll see you guys in another video.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Okay, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Jesus Christ, fuck you.
You're not gonna be excited.